right, Salakia, we inadvertently stopped the recording, so we're just going to pick right up where we left off, continuing on this in transit on Jacob's trouble. You got it, bro.
All right, Con. Yeah, as I had just read Isaiah 59 and 19, it's spiritual because we know the enemy is talking about Esau, Edom, and it says coming in like a flood. How does this devil come? Here it is. He'll do a drug bust or any kind of if you're trying to apprehend someone, he always overwhelms them. He'll have a SWAT team, people on the roof, so he comes in like a flood. So here he has all the entrance, the exits, because what is he, when you see on these movies, they get the ventilation, they get the schematics of buildings. So, all right, we're gonna hit him from this point, we're gonna flush him out. He comes in like a flood. That's his devil MO. Right. That's how he operates. Right. He wants to overwhelm you so that you can't think. Because you, even if you ever been swimming or if you've seen someone get swept away in a flood, it overwhelms you the way you can't react. So this is how this devil is planning on coming in on the men of the Lord. But guess what? The standard is going to be lifted up for the elect men of the nation of Israel. See what I'm saying? That standard is going to be lifted up. So when that devil comes in like a flood, with all the entryways sealed off, where it's only one way to come out to where he's at. See what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to provide a way for the elect to escape during that time frame. But even if you do get apprehended, guess what? The Lord still got a way for you to escape. But even if you had to die in His truth, guess what? You'll be on the chariot coming down to get His devil hell. So either way it goes, the elect wins.
That's right, man. That's right. And that standard is that spiritual power, man. Getting into, getting into just that, man. Spiritual power. Getting into what Yahushua Mashiach said, the things that you've seen me do, ye shall do greater. You shall do greater. And he was referring to those miracles, man. Mm-hmm. Because that's the reason why we're the sons of God, man. We're the princes of the power. Okay? We're the son. We're the sons of the Most High, man.
Yasharallah. Yah, he, Shah, Prince, Allah, power. He is the Prince of the power.
That's it right there, man. And that's part of the reason why they haven't rolled on us yet, because they know who we are. The enemy knows who we are, and these other heathen nations, man. They, a lot of these heathen nations, they have it in their records, man, about how the Israelites demonstrated superhuman abilities, man. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's in the scriptures. King David, said that, he was able to bend, break a bow of steel with his hands or his arm. I forget which it said specifically. But of course, the scriptures, particularly in the Old Testament as well as the New Testament, man, particularly the Gospels in the Old Testament, is filled with acts of spiritual power, man, which was carried out and performed by the Israelites, man, the princes of the power, the sons of God, as the world will call us. And so that's that spirit, that's that standard that the scriptures talking about that the bro just brought out. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. All right, I got Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Slack bro. You mean to tell me that Michael, the archangel, one of the most powerful angels, man, he's gonna have to get involved? This time it's gonna be so bad that the archangel Michael, that great prince, is gonna have to get involved? I don't know, bro. Read that again. You might have missed that. You might have misread that or something.
My thing is this: I never heard the scripture when I was going to church. Like, I wondered what they said. It was talking about spiritual Michael. I'm like, because they like to say stuff is spiritual, it's not literal. So there's no account of this yet. So
yeah, well, we already know the wacky tacky Christian church don't have no understanding whatsoever. All right, the blind leading the blind, and as a matter of fact, hey man, the Christian church, if you haven't gotten the memo, didn't you get the memo that wacky tacky so-called Christianity is a large part of that great deception spoken about in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, man? That the Most High is sent upon those that they may believe a lie, since they love not the truth, that they may believe a lie. That's that great deception, man. The Most High sends you a deception to believe, you will believe it, man. All right? Go ahead.
And at that time, Daniel 12 and 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
There you go, bro. Can you get that precept to tie right into that? For the sake of the elect. For the sake of the elect, that time shall be shortened. That precept right there, Baba Kusha. And that's going to tie in perfectly to the Daniel 12:1. Okay? Because Michael the Archangel is going to stand up and he's going to get busy. That's how bad this time is going to be. All right? And it says that Israel shall be saved out of that time, but not all Israel, because if you read in the book of Romans, it tells you that not all Israel is of Israel. And I already referenced Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1 on down, and Isaiah 31 on down, where you got the rebellious children, man. You got those that are of the nation of Israel that have been rejected, man. Okay, get them out of my sight. Not all Israel is of Israel, but in the end, all Israel shall be saved. Okay, all right. So when it talks about, but he shall be saved out of it, it's talking about Israel right now. Right now, not all Israel is Israel right now. In the kingdom, all Israel will be Israel, but right now, not all Israel is Israel. It's only the elect that's Israel right now. Okay, the rest of the elect, the rest of Israel are the rebellious children. And those are the ones whose names are written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Those are the elect. You got that precept yet, bro?
One at Mark. And then shall he send his angels?
No, I was looking for the one that said, I forget exactly how it's worded, but it says something to the effect that the Most High shall shorten that time. Gotcha. For the sake of the elect, lest no flesh shall be saved. I mean, if you have a little difficulty, I'll just paraphrase it.
No, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. All right, because that ties right into Daniel 12:1 when it says, "And he shall be saved out of it." Go ahead, bro. Go ahead with it.
All right. Matthew 24:22. It said, "Except those days should be short."
Just like it, bro. Back it up to get what days he's talking about. Because this Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is speaking here, and he's talking about the exact same thing. Jacob's trouble. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so this is going to be Matthew 24:21. It says, For then shall be great tribulation.
Great. Hey, don't skip around these words. Don't blow by these words. There shall be tribulation. There shall be, it's going to be a difficult time. Hey, pay attention. You want to take notes. It's going to be some difficulty coming. No. Not just difficulty. It's going to be, man, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Okay. All right. We got a rough patch coming. All right. Well, let's ramp it up again. There's going to be tribulation, man. Uh-oh. But not only tribulation, great tribulation, man. Again, these English words don't do it justice. Whatever picture you got in your mind, you got to remember, man, we live in a place where everything is awesome. All right? In other words, these words are watered down, man.
It is.
Even if you didn't water the words down, it already would not do it justice. But then when you water these words down, it automatically makes it even worse. Where these words just don't come close to portraying the picture, man, in the English. Because they're watered down, and because it's a bastardized language, man. All right? So you got to understand that. There is great tribulation, man. All right? Not only tribulation, but great tribulation. You got to get that into your mind. And whatever picture you got in your mind, you really need to multiply that times like 1,000 or something, okay? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, bro.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Mm-hmm. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be short.
Yeah, and we believe through the Spirit that that's talking about speeding up the prophecies. It's talking about speeding up the prophecies. It's talking about making the days and the time seem like it's going by faster. And it also is talking about the days literally going faster. And what did Esau do? Esau put out an article a few weeks back saying that the days the days are actually literally getting shorter. You got some of the scientists who are over, responsible for the atomic clock, which is the clock. I think it's called the atomic clock, which is the clock that is the standard for the world or whatever, something along those lines. And these scientists that are responsible or over the atomic clock are they're considering recommending shortening the minute from a 60-second minute to a 59-second minute. Well, you know what? How many minutes? Well, how many minutes? If my memory serves me correctly,
60 minutes.
It's
60 seconds in a minute.
Right.
So
It's 1,440 minutes. 1,440 minutes in a day, right? 1,440 minutes in a day. Yeah, you can check it real quick. Check my math. But if it's 1,440 minutes in a day, then and in each minute they want to drop the minute. They want to drop the minute from 60 seconds to 59 seconds. Then that's 1,440 less seconds, bro. Divide 1,440 by 60. How many minutes is that?
24.
24 less minutes in each day, man. Okay? All right? That's a lot of minutes. That's almost a half an hour short.
It is.
All right? That's what they're saying. They're saying that each day is now, it's not a 24-hour day. It's a 23-and-a-half-hour day. That's what they're telling you, man. And who says it's going to stop there? The Most High when the Most High says something, man, his words are faithful and true. They're true spiritually, they're true metaphorically, they're true literally, man.
Right.
But you know, there are some things that are not necessarily, you got what I'm saying. But the Most High, a lot of times when he'll say something, it'll be true all the way around, man. 360-degree truth. You know, left, right, up, down, all kinds of ways. It's just true. No matter whether you look at it spiritually, metaphorically, or literally, or whatever. All right? And so these scientists are telling you that the days are literally a half an hour short. All right, and he's going to make the time seem like it's going faster, and he's going to speed up the prophecies. Are not the prophecies speeding up, man? Habakkuk 2, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, for the prophecies, the visions, is yet for an appointed time. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. It shall not tarry. All right, man. That's the time we're in, man. He's hastening the time. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I just want to kind of, you know, it's Matthew 24 and 21. So it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So this tribulation, you got to go back to the beginning. You got to think about everything that happened within that time frame. You had the flood.
Right.
So this is going to eclipse that.
Wow.
So you got to really savor these words. You had to really,
beautiful point, bro.
You got to look at each word and just how the brother was going into great. You got to really analyze every word of these scriptures and put them in context. You know, you just can't just blow past these words.
Yeah, that's what
this is a lesson within itself.
Yeah.
Just this one scripture. Thinking about, you could go over every war that we know about in the modern sense. Then you can go over, you know, all the ancient wars, and then the flood. Everybody perished except for how many souls? 8 souls entered that ark. So this is going to be worse than that. We already know. Everybody, unless you an Israelite and you don't go up and you got to go up in that chariot for that destruction when it hits America, Babylon the Great, this whole place is going to be destroyed. So you got, 330-some million people that's here in America. So only, you know, the elect of the nation of Israel is going up in those chariots. Everybody else is going to perish. There's 50 states, and it said, in 1 hour?
That's right, man. 1 hour is that destruction come.
And it took how many years to build this country up? The Lord gonna chant it down in 1 hour.
Right.
Because it said, 10th part of the city fell?
Yeah, and when it says that 10th part of the city fell, that doesn't mean the other 9 parts are still standing, man. That means 1, 2, 3, all the way through 9 already fell.
And it said the 10th fell.
Right.
So it's like all 9 already got destroyed.
That's it.
And then the 10th part.
That's it.
So I mean, hey, you got to savor these scriptures.
That's right, man.
So I got Revelation 3 and 10. Says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is going to try everybody on the earth.
That's it.
See what I'm saying?
And that's getting into what Read that script again, bro, from the top.
Okay. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee. That thee is talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. It's not talking about no one else. So it says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right. From the hour of temptation. And, you know, contrary to what Deacon Asaph of IUIC would tell you, that hour of temptation is not talking about the destruction, man. The destruction of Babylon, America, Babylon the Great. That's a different hour. That hour is a literal hour. The hour of temptation is a metaphoric hour, man. Okay, it is you know, an hour, quote unquote hour, is going to be a period of time. It's not going to be a literal hour. Okay, start the hour of temptation. Okay, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, or in this case, you know, hey man, they want to cut a second off, so you know, go with the original minute. You know, 59 seconds, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and then you got an hour. Okay, stop the hour of temptation. No, that hour is metaphoric or parabolic for a period of time, man. Because Deacon Asaph is trying to say that the hour of temptation is talking about the destruction. Well, let me tell you something, man. Let me ask you a question, rather. If the hour of temptation is the destruction of Babylon the Great, the nuclear destruction via ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right, of America, Babylon the Great, then what type of temptation is that going to be in that? There's no temptation. Things are just getting destroyed. What are you getting tempted to do when Babylon's being destroyed? You getting tempted?
Missiles coming down as you in the hour of temptation.
Yeah, well, I guess the temptation is, well, let me see. I'm tempted to burn in this flame, or I'm tempted to burn in that flame. I'm tempted to burn in this spot. No, man, there's no temptation there. It's just judgment. It's just destruction. How the hell could that be the hour of temptation, man? That's the hour of destruction. There's no tempting during that time where, okay, maybe I'm going to make the right decision, maybe I'm not. Everything's burning. What temptation is there? No, man. That's talking about something totally different. That hour of that destruction has come is referring to nuclear destruction of America, Babylon the Great, in 1 hour, because those ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, can reach America in less than an hour, man. Okay? I think Russia has some that can reach America in like 20, 30 minutes. All right? But the hour of temptation that the bro just read in this precept is referring to the time when the Most High is going to bring it. Just read it again, bro. It says it right there.
Revelation 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
There you go. Now, what type of trying and testing is there going to be when ICBM missiles hit this place and burn everything? What type of test? Let me see. You got hit with the nuclear missiles, and did you burn? Yes, you burned. You failed. No, man, that doesn't make any sense. No, the testing and the trying is, now here comes that mark of the beast. And the Most High is sending that mark of the beast around the whole world. He's getting his sword. He's getting the wicked to do one of the last things they got to do, which is push this mark of the beast all over the world, and everybody's going to have to make a decision. That's the testing. That's the temptation. That's the trial. Okay?
Coming in like a flood.
Yeah, okay, he's coming with a flood with the mark of the beast, okay? Yeah, he's coming in, he's pushing that, and now everybody's got to make a decision. Am I going to take this mark of the beast, or am I not? Okay, for you that call yourself the circumcision, knowing that you're Israelites, are you going to stand fast and hold true to this word, keep the word of the patience of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and reject that mark of the beast, even unto death?
I got you right here.
Okay, go ahead with the precept, bro.
Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
See, that's temptation right there. That's the hour of temptation. Are you going to be faithful unto death, or are you going to cave and be like, well, I got to take this mark, man. Go ahead and give it to me because my babies are eating. My woman is giving me hell, you know, or I'm just damn hungry. I got to eat, or whatever. You know, that's the temptation, man. That's the hour. That's the trial. That's the testing. Again, when America gets hit with nuclear ICBM missiles, man, and is burned to a crisp, What temptation is there in that, man? No, there is no temptation. There is just judgment. Okay? That is not the hour of temptation. All right? No. Deacon Asaph from IUIC he errs. I'm not gonna say that, man, because he's pushing a false doctrine. He's just erring, not knowing the scriptures. All right, go ahead, bro.
That was it on that.
All right, come on. You got another precept then?
Yeah, I can read this. I can read verse 11. Close out after that.
All right, go ahead.
Revelation 2:11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
There you go. He that overcometh, man, shall not be hurt of the second death. And how do you overcome? Goes back to the precept. Keeping the word of his patience, man. Okay? Putting your faith, your hope, and your trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And the only ones going to do that are the elect, man. The 144,000, those who have been sealed with the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in their foreheads, man. That mark of exemption. Sealed. The 12,000 from each tribe, as well as the 1/3. And in addition to the 1/3, which the 144,000 is a part of that 1/3, you also have a small number of elect scattered around the four corners of the earth as well. They're going to be saved as well. But the majority of the elect are here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. So you got anything else, bro?
Yeah, I just want to lay them back. So if you believe in Jesus Christ and you die for that name, you just died in vain.
Yeah.
Because calling on Jesus Christ and you reject the mark of the beast, hey, that don't give you salvation.
Right.
Because there's only one name that you can receive salvation in, and we know it's not Jesus Christ. So you have certain Christians, they're going to reject the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, die for Jesus Christ. But guess what? When you wake up, you're going to be on the plantation, boy. If you're an Edomite,
yeah.
So you died in vain. You should have actually taught the mark of the beast and lived out what little time you had instead of rejecting it just to wake up to be in chains and slavery.
Yeah. And if you're a heathen, you're going to be in slavery as well. All right? Because like the bro said, there is no other name given unto heaven whereby men might be saved. But it says Jesus in my Bible. What are you talking about? Because the letter J was not created until about the late 1500s, man. How the hell could his name be Jesus? And in addition to that, that name Jesus is just a made-up name, man. Because in the Greek, at least, it was Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Jesus. And if you go back and you look at the original 1611 King James Version Bible, it didn't have a single J in it, man. His name was spelled I-E-S. I want to say U.S. Yeah, I-E-S-U-S, Jesus. Okay, but the Lashon Kadash, aka also known as Ancient Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew.
No E's.
No E's.
No U.
No U's.
So
no V's, man. Okay, and when Yahweh Shah Hamashiach appeared to Paul, the Apostle Paul, on the road to Damascus, he was speaking Hebrew, man, because he was a Hebrew. Okay, when he was here walking on the face of the earth, he spoke Hebrew. He was a Hebrew. That's the reason why the placard that was put up above the cross, or on the cross, was written in Greek, Latin, and Hebrew, right? Because the circumcision was speaking Hebrew, man. That was their primary language. And when he was here, he spoke Hebrew, and when he appeared to Paul on the road to Damascus, he spoke Hebrew, because Hebrew is the language of the heavens, man. He ain't say no damn Jesus. He didn't say my name is Jesus whom thou persecutest. No, no, no. He said, I am Yahushai whom thou persecutest. Yah, he, Yahushai, delivers. His name was an omen nomen. It is an omen nomen, man. Name prediction. It's in the name. All the prophets had names like that, man. All right? That's why it says that the scripture talks about having a good name. And what name is more perfect and more good than the name Yahushai, man? Okay, he delivers. He's our salvation, man. And that's exactly what he is. He spoke Hebrew, and when he appeared to Paul, he said his name in the Hebrew tongue, man. That is the language of the heavens. There is no Greek being spoken up in the heavens, man. There is no English being spoken up in the heavens. They aren't changing the language of the heavens based off of the times and new created sounds and new created letters and all that. No, man. All right? He said, my name is Yahushai, whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the goads or the pricks or whatever, or whichever one it was. All right. So man, y'all dying for Jesus. You dying for a false idol. That's what it is. It's idolatry. And you aren't going to get any salvation in that name or any other name. There is no other name given under heaven whereby men must be saved. What is that name? Well, it's the name Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? That is his name, and that is how it is said in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, man. And that's the only way to say it. You can't change it. If you change it, well, all right, well, that's a little difficult for me to say that in my language, so I'm going to kind of change the language, but I'm talking. No, that's another name. You can't change. You can't fuck with that name, man. You can't mess that name up. You can do it if you want to, but you ain't getting salvation. There is no other name given under heaven whereby men must be saved than the name Yahushua HaMashiach. Bro, let's close out on this precept. Them that stood so, get that in the Apocrypha, them that stood so stiffly for the name, Baba Kushar. Okay. And we're going to close out on that precept because the name Yahushua HaMashiach, man, the names Yahweh, why Yahushai, all right, are very, hey, man, those are extremely important, man. And especially that name Yahushai, man, because the only way to get back to the Father is through the Son. When you got it, bro, hit it. All right, come. Second Ezra. Get a little bit of context. Get one or two verses above. I'm gonna start at 44. Okay. Second Ezra is 2. Start at the 44th verse. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of our power. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's right, man. He began to commend them, and through the Spirit he commended himself, because Ezra is back here today, man. That's why he said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? Because he knew that he was going to be back here alive again during this time, and he is. We don't know who he is, but he's here. And that's why he was commending those who stood so stiffly for the name, man. The names. All right, names Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Now, how you going to be standing stiffly for something if it don't matter what you call them? How you going to be standing so stiffly for something if you can change it from language to language, from nation to nation? Well, all the nations can get salvation. And by the way, you can call them whatever suits you in your language. That doesn't sound like standing stiffly for the names to me, does it to you, Ak? No, because that's not standing stiffly for the name. You can only stand stiffly for the name if there is a given name, a specific name, and that is the only name, just like it says in the book of Acts, man. There is no other name given under heaven whereby men must be saved. And we are standing stiffly for that name because we want to be counted in that number. Now, you can change the name at your own peril and at your own risk. But you have been warned, man. There is no other name, and that name is Yahushua HaMashiach. He is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by Yahushua HaMashiach, man. And that's it. You got anything to add to that, bro? Yeah, that's it. You said it all, because, Jake gets simple in the world. Here it is. I think in Spanish it's called Jesus. Yeah, which curiously and interestingly sounds a lot like Hail Zeus. I wonder, is that a coincidence? I think not. Go ahead, bro. And then I want to say, haven't dealt with, the whole grammatical part of English, but I'm pretty sure a proper name doesn't get transliterated.
Doesn't get transliterated.
No, generally doesn't.
Generally doesn't. Whereas common, like, instead of, the Eiffel Tower is a proper name, but just tower, that word changes. But I'm pretty sure that word Eiffel in most languages is the same. Right. And if just like Michael Jackson, right? His name is. It doesn't matter what country he's in. They call him that name. They don't translate that name to their language, right? Because that's a proper name. Right. Yeah. Exactly, man. And just like if you go over to China, you don't go, hey, well, they say all their language, then bam, your name in English.
Right. You don't go, you know, my name is Khaya, you know, but you can call me Hyung Chung Twing Twing. You don't say that shit, man. Hey, so if we have proper names that stay the same from language to language to language, how much more the name of the Savior, man?
Exactly.
How much more the name of the Most High and His Son?
Exactly.
That just shows you that this is bullshit, man.
It is.
Go ahead, bro.
I just want to make that point because every other name can stay the same across language, but the Heavenly Father and His Son, their names got to change with the language.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, because see, the devil
Confusion.
Yeah, babble, take confusion. But the devil's doing that on purpose, man, because he knows that the scriptures say in Proverbs that the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. How you gonna run into His name and be safe, man? How you gonna run into the name Yahweh Shem Yahushua and be safe if you don't even know the name?
God.
You calling on some other name. And how you gonna get salvation in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Slaki, in the name of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, if you don't know that name? You call on some other name. There is no other name, man. Go ahead, bro. You can wrap it up, man. Is that it? Is that all you had?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. So, Adawan Radazah, this video was edifying, encouraging to you, Akim. Before we wrap it up, we want to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, respect to the brothers teaching and pushing His truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Ayash Mayakwana Azan La Shemai Shemai. Let him who has ears to hear, hear. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Ababa Ball, Slaki, I want to say Kwame Yasharala first. Kwame Yasharala, Ababa Ball will call at a warm. Shalom.